Yo, 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 it's Marky Mark's Terror. Mm-mm. Yes, I know. Yo, yo, what's up, Beckham? How you doing? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What's going on? Yeah, I'm good. Had a nice day. Had a good weekend. Yeah, I did my laundry yesterday. I have tile all through my apartment, so I had swifted my apartment twice because all the dog hair everywhere, and plus mine. And then I mopped my entire apartment today. I mopped it all. I bought a brand new mop. My apartment smelling nice and fresh. As soon as I walk through the door, all I smell is pine sol. Had a nice lobster today, first one of the season. I'm fucking happy. I had everything I need. I'm good to go. I'm had a good week. I celebrated my business anniversary, both of my business anniversaries. Yeah, Swifters. I have the I have the heavy duty Swifter one that has like all the cotton and stuff all over it. That one's the best one. The thick pads. That like gets all the dog hair and everything. The other pads are shitty. Nothing sticks to it properly. But I got the nice fluffy one, so it picks up all the dog hair and mine. Washed all my dishes. Fuck, it's nice to have a clean apartment. Yeah, I use the wet ones too. Yeah, I use the wet ones sometimes, but I rather use a regular mop. I like using a mop that you wring out with your hands. I like using the old fashioned mop. I don't really use the wet swifted things too much. I use them when I feel lazy. Yeah, I like wringing stuff in my hands. It makes me think that I'm wringing somebody's neck that I need to wring. You know. So yeah, it's cool though. I'm just used to a mop. I like using a mop because you can get like with that Swifter thing, you can't go in between like railings and all that. That's like this wide. You can't like get to certain places, any square shit. So when I want to get in like the corners and crevices of my apartment and my stairway is like the steps are on an angle, like so it's got like pointy areas where the Swifter doesn't go. So I take the mop and the hair of the mop goes in there, like the strings of the mop. So I got a nice mop. I got this cotton mop looking thing, so it's nice. It does the trick. So it makes me happy when I use it. I'm like, yes. Cool. Well, it's Libra season today. My dad's birthday is today. Uh Happy birthday to Rising. If she sees this video, it's Rising's birthday. If anybody sees Rising Storm Terror, it's her birthday today. My dad and her birthday is the same day. Then my nephew, his birthday is on the 25th on Monday. And my other friend's birthday is on the 30th. I know a few people in September birthdays. And next month is Becca's birthday. Yay. A lot of birthdays coming up for people that I know. Birthday time. It's your birthday. Let's have a party. Mm-hmm. I came on early today, like I said I was. So I got to get up early tomorrow. And we're having a party up here for my dad for his 80th. We already got everything decorated and balloons and all sorts of shit. We got a picture collage of all the stuff that he's done with us. My sister hooked it up. I went and bought some food. I'll be barbecuing tomorrow. My mom's making food. My other sister's getting the cake. I'll be cooking tomorrow with my sister. Everybody's coming up here for lunchtime. So yeah, it should be fun. I get to see my nephews. My other two nephews are in college. So I'll see four of my nephews tomorrow. My mom, my dad, my sister, brother. We got the games room now, so everybody can go up in the games room. Not everybody, but all the boys and me. Let's go up in the games room, play ping pong and pool and all sorts of shit. So it should be fun. The weather's supposed to be good here too, so at least it's going to be good. At least the weather will be good. No, I don't do twin flame cards anymore. I threw them away. Threw them all away. They're all gone. I packed them up and I put them in a box. And I said, I don't want to see these fucking things no more. And they said, everybody's just going to have to live with that. That's all. You're laughing. Nah, it should be cool. I couldn't do that. Sue wouldn't forgive me. She'd be like, you better use those fucking cards. I know. These are expensive too. I don't throw away cards. I can't do that. I've gave away some of my decks. I don't like them. Some decks I don't like. The one thing about decks that I don't like is how people, they're like, some of the artwork's good, but I had a deck. It was called the Moose something, MUSE deck. used tarot or whatever, and like all the kings were women, and I don't like that, like because even though some tarot readers say tarot has no gender, well, me, I read the gender. I read male kings. That's why it's in the fucking tarot. What do you mean tarot ain't got no damn gender? Of course tarot has a gender. They have kings, queens, pages, they have kids, they have, teenagers, they have all sorts of shit. Duh. You know? I swear some people are really fucking clueless when it comes to tarot and shit. I hear a lot of people say tarot has no gender. You're trying to justify the reading because you don't want to be wrong. Just be wrong and accept it. You're not perfect. Yeah, I don't like certain tarot decks that have like all women or all men, or like the king is like an animal or something like that. I don't like that shit. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. Some people resonate with it and they like it. And I'm not saying that it's not a bad thing. And if you want gender to be excluded from tarot because it works for you, then it works for you. But me personally, I don't. I have to have like the kings, the queens, and they have to be male and female, and it can't be no dogs and cats and all sorts of fucking bullshit. Like, I don't want the king to be a dragon and all that bullshit. And that don't work with me because I describe people. See, that's the type of way I read. I describe the person. I'm like, yeah, they're bald, or they got brown hair, they got a beard. Like, I can't say, oh yeah, this person's an animal. They identify as a fucking king of frogs. Like, that ain't happening. Marky don't play that game. People know me, I describe people. All right, your first card is I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. I am more affected than you know. I am more affected than you know. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. And on the bottom it says, our connection still affects me. So it looks like Aquaman still thinking about that Libra cooch. Could be him. He wants to be authentic. He's no longer afraid. That's why he keeps telling you he wants to, move in. He's more affected than you know. And that's probably because, he's really getting affected by not being with you and Caden. And then he can't ignore the signs he's receiving. He's probably getting signs, dreams. He's probably saying to himself, fuck, see, this is another sign I should be, And on the bottom it says our connection still affects me, because he knows, like, if you don't buck up, somebody else is gonna get the coochie. Could be him. I'm just saying. Could be him. Oh shit! No! Don't fall. Please no. B for Beckham. As long as Barb ain't here, you're all right. Me and Barb have to fight. All right, I've got my heart card deck. I'm gonna give myself a love card. I'm feeling love. All my readings online are like about love shit. So let me see if it's really true. All right, Spirit. What you got for me? This is my card. My heart is burning for some coochie. I mean, some love. And it says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. So it looks like I'm about to transform into, a relationship that's about to deepen. Oh yeah, it's gonna go deep, all right. Balls deep. Balls deep. And don't bring your Sharpie, because I ain't drawing no line. Becky, you want one of these cards? All right, what do we have for Becca? You're scared? You're scared of what, D? All right, this is your card. It's got like the chakra thing here. And it says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. There you go. Don't try and change things, just let things happen. Don't do anything you're not supposed to be doing. Just go with the flow and don't be a hoe. Go with the flow. You needed to hear that. That's good. Hey Tristan, how you doing, bro? Oh, damn twin flame shit. I don't know. I'm doing good, bro. What's going on? All right, twin flame messages for me. Just had a barbecue. Oh, nice. I just had lobster, so I'm good to go. All right, oh shit. My twin flame card is the first one is absolutely accurate. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. You're damn right. You're always watching me. I feel like somebody's watching me. Hey Jessica, how you doing? The next card is it's easier to just stay away right now. You're damn right. And maybe we were just too different. Yes, we are. And on the bottom it says, I can still feel you. You're damn right you can. I'm doing good. I'm here, live and direct. I know they want to feel me. You know how it is. If that's what they want, they just got to step up. If not, they're going to lose out. No, I don't have a co-op. I just have like, you know, like I just ate like popcorn and I have like the, like the little things in my throat kind of thing. So I'm kind of like, No, I'm not gagging. Fuck that. No, no. Yeah, I don't have like a cough or a cold or nothing, but sometimes like I get like, frog in my throat. Thank God I don't have a cough. She's always gagging as well. I see. Her eyes water all the time. That's what Becca does. These damn twin flame cards, man, they just expose the damn girl. See? She's looking me up online, watching me, stalking me. She's staying away from me because she knows we're different. But she can still feel me. What type of shit is that? And then psychics say, see, twin flame energy is just like that. It's just too difficult to be together. Please. Man, damn twin flame shit. That shit don't exist. Maybe it does in some people's worlds, but not in mine. Someone's always trying to add me, but it's always like the only fan hoes and shit. Or somebody that is a friend of mine will add me, like someone that's a friend of a friend, and I'm like, I don't know you, so I'm not gonna add you. Now, if you say, hey, my friend so and so is gonna add you for a reading, I'll add you. But if you just add me just to add me, I'm not gonna add you. No way. I'm gonna delete the request and goodbye. Now you can hit me up and say, hey, I need a reading, so and so told me. But if you don't do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna add you. It's bad enough I mistakenly added some people. You did already. You're on my Instagram. All right, Jessica, your card today is Gemini people can be very straight up and tough, so beware. Gemini people can be very straight up and tough, so beware. Jessica's trying to deal with the whole zodiac sign. One day is an Aries, one day is a Leo, now it's a Gemini. I never forget I told this girl that shit on here. I was like, every week you got a new sign guy. Today is a Scorpio, tomorrow is this. I said, what are you trying to do? Fuck the whole zodiac? She got so mad. I was just joking, like, She took it personally. She never came back. And she ended up marrying a Scorpio guy, I heard. She was an Aquarius girl. She was sensitive. So if you're not dealing with anybody, then why get a bootleg card? A bootleg card is for people who deal with people at the moment, But see, this says Gemini people. So you could be dealing with a person, Gemini person or Gemini people in general. They can be very straight up and tough. So beware of that. See? So you're going to be dealing with Gemini people. So beware. Oh, I know girls are sensitive. A lot of guys are too. Trust me, I know. A lot of women I know are sensitive, but if you can't take a joke and you can't take me, then I already tell people then I'm not the guy for you. Then I like to joke around. I can take it and give it too. I can dish it and take it. It's all good. I don't mean nothing personally unless you're acting up, unless you're acting personal to me. Then we're gonna, go at it, and then you might not like it. I might have to roast somebody. I don't know what he tell you. I won't be surprised. I will not be surprised. See, but you just told me you're not dealing with nobody. See, you are dealing with somebody. You're dealing with a guy who asks you out for coffee. See, he told me that I am soft, and sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't take me seriously because I will block him, and then later that night my legs will be up in the air. Sounds about right. I don't know what to tell you. Jessica, that sounds like a delusional type of thing. People that do that shit are whack. That's why I would never let nobody put the phone number in my phone. I'll be like, no, what's your number? You call me. Yeah, I know. Hey, some people are like that. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna walk up to a girl and do that shit. I do things the gentleman like way. That's just me. I'm not one of those firming out the mouth type of guys. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta fuck that shit. You ain't that fucking privileged. Good, delete his ass. Well, that's true, Beckham. See, you do it all the time. See, you guys will get into an argument or something, then you'll block him, and then he'll come around your house, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I want some BBC," and then next thing you know, your legs are up in the air. It's true, absolutely true. I agree with him. I agree with your baby daddy. And like I told you already, if you continue to do it, he's gonna continue to do it. It's simple, you know. Like you said before, you're comfortable with it. So if you're comfortable, you're gonna stay that way. See? And that's what it boils down to. Yeah. He's right. Jessica, you did the right thing. Delete that idiot. People like that are weird. See, I'm the type of person I can't just meet a stranger and just go out with them. Like I have to like do my research, see what they're about, because you never know what these people are doing. A woman could lure me into a place, and then I go to my car, and some guy like beat the shit out of me, take my wallet, and then that's it. Like I don't think of it a negative way all the time, but I'm the type of person I need to talk to you. I'll text you here and there, see what's going on. And then if I feel like I can go on a date with you, then I will if I can trust you. Yeah, I can't just walk up to a person in a shop and be like, oh, I can put my number in your phone, or I don't know what to say to you. Oh, you my God, you're beautiful. Like I can't do that shit. It's just not That's just a stupid thing to do. No, my luck, I'll probably get slapped in the face, or they'll probably throw something at me or tell me to go fuck myself. Some dumb women, they like guys like that. They think it's cute, or they think it's amazing, or they think that that's the way to go because they see it on TV, or they see it on TikTok. Queen of Swords versus King of Swords. Yep. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what you want. See, air signs feed off of those type of things, but not me. Some air signs are like that. But like one, if I have a girlfriend and we have a big argument, and I know it's like her fault, if it's her fault, and I know like she's acting crazy, or I won't speak to her, and I don't want to fuck her either, and I'm not gonna make up sex. You're gonna have to start all over again. You're gonna fucking be nice. You're gonna be trustworthy. You're gonna be honest. If not, I'm not gonna fuck you. I don't care about you. You're not gonna irritate me. It's not gonna happen. I'm a different breed. I'm not gonna allow that shit to happen. I'm not gonna fight with you and fuck you 2 days later. No. If I fight with you, you better come up with some fucking apology, some type of, not an excuse. You're gonna have to say, look, I was wrong. I admit it. I won't do it again. And if you want dick, then you're gonna have to wait a few days. Because I'm not gonna program you to fight me and fuck me 2 days later. That's not love. That's stupidity. See what I'm saying? I don't want to live a young and the restless life. That's just me personally. Anybody who does it, hey, that's your thing. You're comfortable doing that, go for it. Not my problem. But me, I can't do that. If I'm mad at you and you do some dumb shit, I don't want to fuck you. Hell no. Give me the fuck alone. I'm not a needy ass person like that. Yeah, if he admitted that to you, then that's even weirder. You know, that's just stupid as shit. I would never stalk nobody in a store. If I see you, I'll be like, oh damn, that thing's looking good or whatever, blah blah blah. And now I'll just go about my business. Now if the person speaks to me, I'll speak back or whatever. If I feel like I gotta hop on her and give her my number or say, hey, look, what's your name, whatever, I'll do it. But it's very rare I feel like that. Because 9 out of 10 times, the person's gonna say I have a boyfriend or I'm married, guaranteed. Or she'll probably say, "Well, I'm a lesbian," or "I'm married," or "I'm dating right now," or "I have a boyfriend." So very rare a woman says I'm single. And even if she is single, she might not be. I might not be her type. She might be like, "Yeah, I don't want this guy. He looks like he'll beat the crap out of me." You know. Maybe he was shy, but he can't be that shy to come up to her and say what he's doing and then put his number in her phone. A shy person won't do that, in my opinion. If you're shy, you're just gonna look at that person and not say a damn word. What he was doing, he was testing the water. See, he was like, let me see how dumb this woman is. Let me see what she'll do. And some people do it just to find out if you're single and you're looking, or you just like want to hook up. Majority of people just want to hook up and they just want to fuck and then see you later. At least 75% of the people out there want to do that. They rather just fuck and hook up. The other 25% are like people who actually want a relationship and try to be in a relationship or develop a relationship. Otherwise, that they ain't gonna do nothing. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, sure, you can pay for a question. Sure. I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna say a name without messing it up. I wanted to say Shamika, but it's not. Shamika. Shamikia. Sham Shamaki. I don't know. I don't want to mess up your name, but yeah. Shamika? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Shamika. I don't want to butcher up nobody's name. Cool, cool. I know a few Shamikas. I live in Bermuda. That's a common name here. And I have my other friend, Shakima, that comes on here. There's a few different ways. But yeah, most guys are gonna do certain things like that. Some girls would be brazen and do it every now and then. So it's all it's hard though because when somebody's that desperate to come up to you like that, you kind of like wonder how many other people they did it to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm always skeptical of seeing people who do that. Like if you're not doing it in a genuine way, then obviously something's up. Like you're up to no good, in my opinion. If a person randomly comes up to you and says that they were looking at you in the shop and all that type of shit, and I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I like the mutual like eye contact or the mutual like feeling like where you see each other, you're like, oh hi, and like, oh hi, how are you? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Now I'll be like, okay, my name is so and so, and blah blah blah. How you doing? And then once if you say, hey, maybe we should get together sometime or something like that, or here's my business card, whatever, and they be like, oh, that's okay, I'm married, and I'll be like, oh fuck, oh well, so much for that. Oh, you and your husband have a great time. You know? But it's easy nowadays. Well, now it's always been easy for me because if I see a ring on her finger, I know to stay away. So I don't feel like dealing with that. I would never deal with a married woman. I can't do that. But if I see the ring, I know to stay away. If I don't see a ring, that means she's available. And if she tells me she's married, I'm gonna say, "Where's your ring?" And if you say you left it home, I'll be like, "Okay, cool, whatever. You obviously don't want nobody, or you don't want me." But that's what I usually do. If I see the ring, I'll leave the person alone. And if I don't see the ring, I know I got a chance. Hey, Violet, how are you? But you never know. Sometimes you might get that person that you least expected. They grew bold and they were like, you know what? Hey, maybe this is it. Yeah, I'm sure they would be. Not in my world. I don't want to share nothing with nobody. Hell no. I would never be a side piece. That's not happening. Like if you're used to that or you want to be that and you're cool with that, then that's your life. I don't knock people who do it. I just would personally not do it. I don't want to be somebody's side chick. But see, some people they only want to have sex. They only want to have fun. They only want that life. So that's fine. If you want that life, then go for it. I don't care. You want to be a hoe or a side piece or you want to do those things, that's up to you. Not my problem. You can live that life, you know. Just remember when you live that life, you're always a liability to get beat up by the person's original piece, or you end up being something. You can end up dying from that shit. Yeah, I can't do that. Shamika, I got your donation and you can ask your questions. Thank you. Yes, I got it. Thanks. But some people do it and they think that it's okay, and if they think it's okay, then that's fine. They can do whatever they want. I really don't care. I'm not out to judge people because I'm not perfect. But if that's what they want, hey, that's cool. You can go right ahead, do what you want. Mark, he's not doing that. I'm too old for that shit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Violet. I agree. I totally agree with that. I don't understand it either, but it's just what people do. They don't wanna. They would rather be. See, a person that does that, in my opinion, is like when it happened to him the first time. They was like, you know what? I'll do it again. I don't care. I'll just be somebody on the side. Like, all right, Shamika, you said I caught my boyfriend cheating today. How does he feel about me catching him? Does he have any regrets? That's crazy. I don't know what people get out of cheating, man. I really don't. I've never cheated. I don't think I don't. I know I never will. It's just I just can't do that shit. Yeah, me too, Violent. That sounds like a good idea, but I want a little bit more than that. But I want somebody with a brain, that wants to do things together, wants to like, just be there for each other, you know, like actually love you, care about you, and if you need anything, they're there and they meet you halfway. They don't have to be asked. One thing I can't stand is being in a relationship and I have to ask you to do something. You should automatically know what if we're in a system and all that laundry back there's got to get folded or got to get washed. Why are you waiting for me to do it? And I'm not doing everything. It's got to be 50-50. And if I don't get that, then it don't make sense having you in my life. I'm picky. I need somebody that does the same shit I do at the same level. You don't have to do more than me. You just have to do equal amount of stuff. If I cook, you better wash the damn dishes. If you cook, I'll wash the damn dishes. You wash the clothes today, I'll wash your clothes tomorrow. Or you wash the clothes, I'll fold the clothes. Shit like that. You know, don't think you're gonna drive the same car and not put no gas in it. Come on now, some common sense. Like I said, I want somebody with a brain that you don't have to program. All right, let me see. Shamika caught her boyfriend today. How does he feel about it? Yeah, he does have Shamika. He does have regrets, and he feels very. He feels like he's lost a lot, and he feels like he had like an unfulfilled type of romance in his life. He feels like he feels very insecure. He's worried. He feels like he was incomplete with you. That's why he did it. And he knows he's caused you pain and disappointment, and he knows that he did a bad thing. Mentally, he's kind of like, thinking like, fuck, what the hell did I do? Yeah, exactly. Like he does, I would say that, he has some type of regret, but I think that he felt like there was no real true love between you and him, like true romance and true feelings. And like he feels uncertain about the relationship he had with you. Like he feels like, he had to seduce you in order to get something from you, or he had to give you something to get something from you. And if that was the case, then that's probably how he's thinking. But he does regret like hurting you, and he does regret like causing you pain and sadness and things like that. He does regret it, and he knows how you are, so he knows you're going to be mad about it, and you're upset, obviously, you know. But at the end of the day, he seems like a person that appears to be good, but really isn't. Like he feels like you might have felt like he was kind of two-faced or fake, or he was telling you something, but really it was a lie. So he seems like a person who is like not real, and he just wants to live a fantasy life, like have his cake and eat it too. So looks like he's thinking about it a lot, but he at the end of the day, he did what he had to do. Yeah, I get a fakeness around him, and get I get like a person who, like, if he's a good looking guy, he thinks, yeah, I can get anybody I want, and I don't care if people think I'm a player, or I don't care if people think I'm gonna break their heart, or I don't care if I'm fucking two, three different women. Like, I really don't care what people think about me. I appear to be who I want, but he really doesn't have no serious, like, goals. Like, yeah, I can definitely say that about Pisces men. They do live in fantasy world. A lot of them do. And even if it isn't in a sexual world and a relationship world, they live like that, period. A lot of men do. I wouldn't say all Pisces, but I would say like majority of them that I know. I dealt with a few Pisces in the past 2 years that were like men, and they were like always had relationship problems. All three of them had relationship problems, and they all lived the fantasy world. Like they always say they had shit and they didn't. It was just lying like crazy. Like they lie a lot and they think that they got something, but they don't. A lot of them think they're God's gift to women, see? And I think this guy, your boyfriend, he's the same way. He felt like, I can do whatever I want and I don't really care. Yeah, I think the water sign guys are a little bit different, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly who he is. Like how that thing, like how it says, a person with an impressive appearance but has no substance. So you say what you want, but you're not actually doing what you say. So it's a lot of lying, and I think I'm this, but I'm not, but I'm gonna portray I am. So that's how he thought about your relationship. Like as long as he was like doing what he had to do and taking care of you to a certain point where he would say that he is or act like he is, but he didn't really do that. So that's why he cheated, because he was like, as long as I can get, another person, then I don't need you. See, a lot of men and women. Hey, Holly, how you doing? A lot of people, men and women, they get like that. If they're with somebody and they're happy, and someone else comes around, they say, "Oh, damn, I still got it," or another person wants me. So, and then another person would say hi or flirt with the person, and they gets to their head, and they're like, you know what? Why am I going to be a one person when I can have one, two, three people on my plate? And then they get into like an addictive state of mind where, oh yeah, I'm the shit, because you had a few people talking to you, and probably half of them are hers, or half of them are people just like you that appear to be decent, but you have no substance. You just talk a lot of shit, and that's it. You're nobody. You know, that's how the world is. Like the world is like The Young and the Restless. I don't know if you guys watched The Young and the Restless soap opera at one point in your life, but that's exactly how the world is. That soap opera is preparing you to see what real life is. People cheating on each other, people disrespecting each other, lying to each other. That's how the world is. But if you choose to live that life, then you will. If you don't, then you don't. Well, see, it's never going to be good enough to a person like him, but you are valued to a person like yourself. And like I said earlier in here, like I can't be with somebody just because sex is great. Sex may be great, yes, that's fine, and that's a plus. But what about trust and honesty and like doing things for each other in an equal way? You know, exactly, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But we don't get that. But you know what? We have to blame ourselves and take responsibility for our actions and for allowing that person to get into our lives. We really have to like look at ourselves and say, I allowed this shit to happen. So I'm going to forgive myself for dealing with this fucking clown. And then I'm going to move on and ask God to forgive me. And hopefully my intuition and my thoughts and my whole life will get better the next time. Thanks, Holly. So that's the thing. We are to blame for our decisions and our lives. And once we take accountability and we analyze the next person or the next situation, then we'll be better off. You can't be in a state of mind where you just allow people to come into your life. You got to set those boundaries. You got to make sure you're getting the right fucking person in your life. And when you get that red flag, leave it on the pole waving and say, fuck that, I'm not dealing with you no more. And if you do that, God says, okay, you woke the fuck up. Now I'll give you the right person. And that's exactly how it works in my opinion. All right, let me check, Shamika. Yeah, I mean, I think in the next week he'll try to come back around. I think he's gonna allow the weekend to go over. He knows it's over between you guys, kind of thing, but he's kind of hopeful that you guys can still be on speaking terms. So I feel like he will come back around at next week, like maybe in the next couple days, maybe 4 to 5 6 days, maybe he might come back around and say, hey, look, I don't know about an apology, but I think he's gonna say, hey, look, can we at least be on speaking terms or talk, this and that, this is the situation. He might tell you what's going on, and he might tell you like the person that he dealt with is an old friend and probably somebody that he dealt with in the past. I don't know if that's the case, but that could be the case. But I think that slowly but surely next week he will be back around and try and talk to you and try and like work things out as far as like at least communication and stuff like that. Like that's his goal, is to at least talk to you and leave on good terms. Like I don't know if he might be going on a trip, or he might be like going somewhere, and then when he comes back he'll talk to you, or he might tell you, hey, look, I'm going on a trip. When I get back, hopefully we can talk about this whole thing. So I don't know, it could be that too. It could be like him going somewhere and coming back, and when he comes back he'll talk to you. But I would say by next week he's gonna try and talk to you and see what happens. If you guys have known each other for a while, then I would say that he's gonna come back next week and try and talk to you. I'm getting a yes on that. Like I do see him trying to come back around. So either 6 days or on this between now and the 6th of October. So it could be that I used the numbers and stuff. So I got 6 twice. So 6 days or by the 6th of October, he'll try and come back. So that's what I would say. He'll try and come back or at least talk to you. Yeah, I'm sure. And that's why he's probably going to stay away for a while and wait till, things calm down. Hey, Santina, how are you, sweetheart? How you been? Holly, you can go ahead and ask your question. You're next. So yeah, Shamika, I would say don't even, entertain that idiot. Cheating on people is like the worst thing, the worst sin in the world to me, like besides killing somebody. That's like the most disrespectful thing somebody can do to somebody, in my opinion. Always has been. You're welcome, sweetheart. Just be strong, be safe, and just, forgive yourself for dealing with that idiot, and make sure you make the right decisions next time for the next guy that comes in your life, or the next person, and don't take that person back. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm sure you don't want him back after that. And that's a good way to look at it, Jessica. That really is a good way. And that's how I live my life. Let the best woman win. You want to come into my life, you got to prove yourself. And if you don't prove yourself, then it ain't going to happen. Everybody has to put their self first. And if you do that, the person that tries to come in your life, they will see your value and say, you know what, I'm really going to show this person that I'm just like them. I'm worthy to be with them and stuff. But it's a process. It's like you can be with somebody for 5 years and then like not want to be with them anymore. You could be with somebody for 25 years and not want them anymore. So it's a pain in the ass, but we have to look at it as this person was in your life for a certain period of time because one, you allowed them to, or two, it was good while it lasted. That's it. And try not to be so hard on yourself when it's over. Just know that you either stay by yourself and work on yourself and be single and be happy, or you go out with somebody else that finds you. Because sometimes we need to go through 2, 3, 4, 5 people in order to find the right one. But those people before the right one are mistakes or from us or from that person, So that's how I view it. Then you get to the age where you're like, fuck it, I'd rather just be single and not deal with no idiots. All right, you said, what's coming up with my relationship with Alonzo? Will it progress? All right, let's check, Holly. All right, Holly, what I see is a lot of communication between you and him, a lot of texting, talking. If you guys do text a lot, then you'll be a lot more texting, a lot more messaging, talking. I feel like you guys enjoy each other's conversations, or you will be enjoying each other's conversations in the next 30 days. If you guys are planning on seeing like each other and on a holiday, like the next holiday, I think is like, Halloween or something like that, or Remembrance Day, and like the upcoming holidays, I see you guys be hanging out with each other. I feel like you guys will be going to parties together, festivities, hanging out, going to dinner, things like that. Those would be good things that you guys will be doing in the next, 30 days to 2 months. You guys were enjoying each other's conversations, enjoying each other's company, going to places, enjoying, eating, talking, hanging out with people, going to places in public, things like that will all be fun. But I feel like Alonzo, okay, Violet, good seeing you. Take care. I also feel like he might be insincere about a lot of things, like telling you the truth about certain stuff. He might be lying to you about what he really does and what he really like wants to do. I feel like he's holding back telling you the truth about his life or his past, or he might say like, hey, I have a problem with my friends. My friends are fake and they're affecting my life, or they're affecting me. So like I had to lie to them and so I can protect us, things like that. So it could be either or. Like it could be both. He could be lying to you about his friends, his family, or he could be lying to you and holding things back that he doesn't really want to say because he thinks you're going to look at him in a different way. So if you feel that already, it could be that. Your birthday is near Halloween. Yeah. I mean, long term could mean a long time, but obviously I just feel like he's got like a bad influence around him. Like somebody might, no, I wouldn't say he's bad. I would say like he doesn't want you to know certain things about his past or certain things about his life. Um, like he might have been taken advantage of by people, so he might give you a hard time, like letting you in his life. So he's not going to be completely honest with you right away. I don't know how long you guys have been together, but if you guys just started going out together like a couple months, then I would say like he's probably not going to tell you the complete truth about everything. He might hold back things. So I would say like he's kind of like working his way to telling you more and more eventually. But if you've been already going out with him for like a year, he's probably lying to you about certain things. Like he really likes you. He really thinks you're beautiful and he really is he's attracted to you. He thinks like things are for the best or for the worst. Like he doesn't know, Yeah, there you go. See, so if you've only known him for 2 months, that's why you're not gonna get. Yeah, so he like that's what I'm saying. So he's used to like dishonesty. He's used to like, his ex did him dirty, right? So now this makes more sense why I see what I see. So he's not going to be completely trusting you or telling you or trusting you to tell you everything. So he's not a bad person. What I'm getting is that because he went through a bad relationship, he's going to watch himself with you. But he does like you a lot. He admires you. He thinks you're beautiful. He thinks you're perfect for him. And he thinks that you're compatible with him, right? But he's going to like he thinks like this could be for the best or be for the worst. So he's going to take his time. He's probably going to like he knows this happened for a reason, but he's trying to like approach the end of his problems. So his problem is insecurity, insincerity. Like he doesn't know whether or not he can trust you. But how can he trust you in 2 months? I can't trust nobody in 2 months. So I can understand why I see what I see now. But he definitely had you know, trust issues with a woman. And if him and his mom are not on good terms, that can also be affecting his like mentality, you know? I mean, you don't have to do anything really. All you got to do is show him what my suggestion and my advice to you and to all people is be honest so you don't have to remember your lies. If you lie, you got to remember what you said. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember because it's the truth. And the best thing to do is to be honest and tell the truth, even if it hurts, even if you know it might affect the relationship. So if he can take the truth, then give it to him. So if you are honest, stay honest. If you lie and he finds out, then he's just going to cut you off and say, you're just like my ex. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. You have to be honest. That's why I'm not with anybody because they can't handle my truth. They can't handle that. They can't get me. Like people are always trying to like, oh, I know Mark. Like Mark's gotta be lying. No, I'm not fucking lying. I am the truth. I got truth written across my forehead for fuck's sake. What more do you want? You want me to lie to you? You want me to lie to you? Okay, I'll lie to you then. And then you might like it, but I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you because I don't have to. So I would say, Holly, that he likes you. He looks at you as someone he can be with long term, and he thinks that you're good looking. He's attracted to you. Exactly. So he's just affected by his, his past. But he also might have problems with his mom. Like he might want to, like he might not introduce you to his mom right away because his mom would be like, I hope you're not bringing home another untrustworthy, hoe, or I hope this woman ain't like the last one. You know what I'm saying? Watch yourself, So he might, I'm not saying he's a mama's boy, but his mom might be telling him, hey, look, you know, giving him advice, or he might have a sister or a woman figure around him telling him, hey, be aware of Holly. Make sure you're not going to get yourself in another situation like you got in with your ex. It's nothing against you. It's just making sure that he's making the right choice. So he might not say certain things to you right away. I'm not saying he's lying, but he's making sure you're not lying so he doesn't go through what he went through. And unfortunately, a lot of people do that. They have to go through, learning about somebody and then trying to always catch them in a lie. So that way they could say, see, there's another person I got to deal with that lies to me. See what I'm saying? So it's nothing, I didn't see nothing bad here. I think he very much enjoys your company and enjoys you and finds you attractive. And he likes talking to you. But remember, you know, to be very honest, his mom, she said the exact same thing to me when he met me, right? Yeah, see, I see a mother around him like telling him, hey, look, don't go into a relationship right away just to heal the wounds from the last one. Because remember, this woman might be the same person. So you're gonna be critiqued. You're gonna be judged. He's gonna look at you every day and say, I wonder if Holly's lying to me. And if he can't catch a lie from you, then he's gonna love you more and more every day, and then it'll be long term. Let me tell you something. I'm 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 like this, and I know a lot of people are like me. We just want somebody that we can trust. And if we can trust you, we can love you. If we can't trust you, then the love deteriorates. Love is based on trust and honesty and respect. If you give that to somebody, it will be long term. But at the same time, if you give that to them, make sure you're getting it in return. Because if you're not getting it in return, you look like a clown in their circus. See what I'm saying? So it's not going to change. Once one lie occurs, this next one's going to occur, and then they're going to say, "Well, I lied, so that's cool." They're so dumb. They just don't care if I lie. They don't care if I treat them like shit, or I make them do everything. So why you want to live like that? You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So if you're saying that, make sure you get that from him. But remember, because he's been, and I'm not saying you haven't been through a bad relationship either, but because he comes up dominant in the cards and you're asking about him and you confirm that he's been through a bad ex that did him dirty. So he's gonna also look at you as maybe you're gonna do me dirty too. So if you prove, and rightfully so, even if you didn't know that, you should be proving your worth to somebody in a certain way. You don't have to, but if you show that you're trustworthy, then why not? Right? I would want somebody, if I met a woman and I'm dating her for 2 months and she hasn't lied to me or I don't get no feeling like that, then I'm gonna start to develop more feelings and really try to get, the truth or or to see where it's gonna go, obviously. And you're always gonna try and catch a person in a lie because you don't want it to go further and then lie 10 months later and waste 10 months of your time. Exactly. Hey Jan, how you been, sweetheart? How you doing? Um, I got another donation here. Let me see what's going on. Santina, how you doing, sweetie? You said general next 30 days. Sure. All right. So yeah, Holly, good luck. It looks good. I would say just keep being honest, but also remember, all because he went through what he went through doesn't excuse him for treating you like you're a liar or trying to catch you in a lie. So you can also say to him, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, but just remember, like you better be honest to me, you know? So, and that's how a relationship develops over time. It's trust and honesty. I've been okay. I've been good. I'm tired from cleaning up after damn hurricanes that have come across here, but we're hurricane free right now, thank God. Well, we had 3 hurricanes come by here in the last month, back to back to back. So we didn't get severe damage or anything like that, but I had to clean up a lot of things, and I'm still cleaning up shit. But otherwise, that life is good. If I'm not in the hospital suffering from some disease or something bad, then I'm good. So yeah, I'm okay. All's good. All right, Centina, let me see. Next 30 days general reading. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they say, it happens in threes. I'm used to it living in Bermuda here. I'm used to hurricane season. We always get like, these hurricanes, they brush by, they come close, they come dead on. Some of them bring 50 mile an hour in, some of them just they rain, but they come by like they like to visit us, and then they get lost in the triangle and leave me alone. So right now, it's been like 3 weeks, no hurricanes. So that's good. There's another one forming next to us, but they say it's not going to come near us, thank God. So we still got another month and a half of hurricane trash. So there's one right now in the States, a tropical storm going through the States on the East Coast there. So it's a pain in the ass. But hey, it's all good though. Could be worse. I feel like there's a grandfather person around you or a dad, like an older guy with like a beard or like white hair, and he's like he probably went before he died, he was like sitting in a chair, a wheelchair, or if it wasn't a wheelchair, like he always sat down and he might have had a cane or something like that. I see like a guy around you, Sentient. He looks like a grandfather or a father. Like he could have wore hats and stuff. Like I don't know if he had like false teeth or something like that, and he was gonna like that, or he chewed tobacco or something like that, or gum. Could be gum, tobacco, or he had gums and no teeth. I don't want to diss him. He might like say something to me. Show his cane to me. You talking shit on the teeth? But he's cool though. He's just sitting in a chair. Yeah, he's sitting in a chair and he's like looking at me, and he's like, I'm like, all right, bro, it's all good. Don't throw the can at me, bro. We be good. Nah, he's cool though. He's looking at me like, he's all right. Like I think he's like your complexion. Like I don't like he doesn't look like he like I wouldn't say he looks like sick, but like like kind of like your complexion from your picture. Yeah, yeah, I can see him in the background in the chair. Every time I read for you, like I got spirit come around. I'm like, fuck. Every time I shuffle for you, I see a different person. I always see like that lady, the heavy set lady, your auntie or whatever. But today it's like a guy. Well, it's your grandfather. All right. So he's around you right now, and he might be sitting in a chair that you have at your place. So if you have like a single like chair that's just off to the side, like how people have like a couch and they have like a single chair that they sit in, like a couch chair. Like it could be he could be sitting off at your place, like hanging out watching TV. Like if you watch TV and you got like a couch or a single chair, he's like in that chair watching TV with you. If you don't, then he's probably like at somebody's house. Okay, yeah. Well, if you have a chair off to the side or completely by itself, then he's in that chair plenty of times. He's in there. Yeah. Yeah, every time somebody comes, some people are like that. Some people have so much spirit around them, especially if you're like my age or older. Like there's more spirit around. When you're younger, you don't really have too much. But like I feel like as you get older, there's more and more people around that come by, like, because they don't want to be around noise and shit. It's like me, my uncle always hangs around here. Like he watches, football with me and stuff. I mean, like I smell tobacco and like nobody smokes around here, and I can smell him like, or I can smell his old smell, his body odor. All right. In the next 30 days, in general, I see that things are going to be slow moving. You want to change things, but you're going to do it slowly and at the pace that you want it to be. You might end some friendships, or there could be a friendship that you ended, and then the person might want to come back. They could be a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but this person like is somebody you could have ended a friendship with, and they want to slowly try and come back in your life, or they might contact you in the next 30 days and be like, hey, Santina, look, I know we guys don't speak, but I just wanted to let you know about, so and so or whatever. Or they might like, you might have a mutual friend with this person, and they might say, hey, so and so said this, or so and so wanted you to know that, or I'm just contacting you to let you know about something. So that might happen in the next 30 days. Somebody you ended a friendship with could possibly talk to you again about something. If you're planning a trip, you might be planning a trip in the next 30 days, or you might be traveling somewhere where it takes a couple hours to drive to get to. If not, it could mean that you live next to the water, or you might go to a beach, or you might go to a pool area, or you might be dealing with somewhere next to the water, or you might like go for walks, or you might just drive somewhere where you see water, like, you're definitely planning a trip for my daughter. Okay, cool. So this is a trip you're planning. When you plan this trip, just know that there won't be any difficulties. If you're worried about difficulties, there won't be any. And after like the trip with your daughter, or you're planning a trip for her or whatever, and you're worried about it, it'll be fine. It'll be a success. Try not to have too much anxiety, and don't bring anxiety in the trip. Like, don't automatically think it's going to be bad, or something's going to happen to you or your daughter, or if like the travel plans will be fine, everything will be fine. Like, trying to know already that it's going to be okay. I'm getting a successful trip with limited amount of anxiety, and like limited amount of like no difficulties. And whatever happens, if there is like a little delay or something, it'll be overcome real quick. Like it'll be resolved. It'll be like a little stupid thing that you overlooked, or signing a form that you forgot, or forgot to tick something, on the paper, or some shit like that. Whatever the case may be, like the route, the travel, whatever it is, like the whole thing, it'll be fine. Like your anxiety will get in the way, but then when it's all said and done, you're gonna be like, phew, okay, I'm good, I'm fine, everything's okay. Um, I feel like you yourself, you have a lot of dignity. I feel like you're a woman that likes to look good, smell good, dress good. I feel like you're a woman that has, you're finally getting to the point where you might not finally, but you might be at a state where people come to you because they know you're secure. They know you're like you have your finances and everything up to par, and you have, you're a person that is generous. You like to help people, you like to help your kids, you like to help people around you. You're extremely comfortable in your own skin. You're okay. You like to look good, feel good. People might think you're rich. If you are, cool. If you're not, then people might just think that of you, and you'd be like, no, no, I ain't got that much money to give to you, or I ain't gonna give you that. No, no, I need that shit to do my hair and my nails, and my pedicure and manicure. I ain't giving you shit. So some people might be looking at you and judging you. Don't worry about it. Like, I would say, like, yeah, I know, I wish, right? Um, but we're rich in different ways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people might view you as like a person that, being rich doesn't mean you have a lot of money. Being rich means like you have what other people wish they had, which is being extremely comfortable in your own skin, looking good, feeling good, being disease free, um, and just having like nice things. Or you might be around like certain people, like, yeah, that are judging you and saying, yeah, she's got to have money because she's got this and she's got that. But really, you just have shit that you work for, and people just probably don't want to realize that. But like I said, like, you don't have people think that of me too. Oh, look, Mark has 100 hats back here. He's rich. No, if I was rich, uh, that whole wall will probably have a different hat, for every day of the fucking year. But yeah, no, I'm not rich. And if I was, I wouldn't be on here right now anyway. Um, but yeah, I don't know if your daughter is the youngest, I would say your youngest child that you have is very faithful and loyal. They can be trusted. They have good intentions, that they might be very consistent, and they might give you some good news. Or your youngest child is your good news, is good news for you, because that's the child that you love the most, or you have the most luck with, or is doing the right things more than the rest. If you only have one child, then you're completely, with that child constantly all the time. But if your daughter is the youngest, then it's showing like a child here that's very consistent. They do what they have to do. They say what they say and do what they say. And then if they're not, they're going to. Like, if you have doubts about them, then don't, because they're really gonna have, like, I mean, you can have doubts, but they really are loyal and faithful, and they're really gonna like say what they do and do what they say. So I feel like your daughter is going to like really step up and show like that she can be trusted, show that she's loyal, and show that she can really be, you know, what she says and what you want her to be. So it's all good stuff here, Santina. I don't get nothing bad at all. The only thing I see is somebody, maybe like an old friend or like a past friendship that you ended. This person might come back and maybe say something to you. But it's nothing like, that's dangerous or bad or like evil. It's just like, okay, well, what the fuck this person wants. Then they just say, hey, look, remember our friend Tom, he passed away, or he's sick. I just wanted to let you know, even though we don't speak, I know, he was cool with you and me, and I just wanted to let you know that. Like, it's some shit like that, you know what I mean? And it might not be. It could be somebody, trying to come back into your life, but you're like, no, bro, I already got rid of you. Like, no, it's not happening. So you might have like a moment where somebody tries to come back, but it's not like somebody that you want in your life. Um, and if it isn't that, then it's just things slowly moving for you. Like, if you're not a fast paced, crazy, on the go person, and you like to take things slow, then things are going to continue that way in the next 30 days. You're going to go day by day. Whatever you plan, some whatever you're planning in the next 30 days, it's going to be a slow moving process. It might not go the way you want it. Like, if you want fast, it might not be as fast as you think. It might be very slow moving. And like, if you want to change something in your life, um, then, like, just do it very slow, just partially do one thing at a time. Yeah, if you've been taking things slow, then this is spirit reminding you to keep that process and that progression of slowness going. Like, don't rush anything. They're saying not to rush, and just take things slow and partially do things every day. Like, every day just do a little bit of something, or every other day. They say that just stagnate yourself, like do a little bit here, a little bit there. And like I said, if the other thing is the person, then just don't worry about them. Just like say, yeah, okay, cool, bye, whatever. But the trip looks good. You and your daughter are perfect. Everything's fine there. I think your daughter looks up to you a lot and sees like her mom and says, I want to be like my mom. I think you're a good, figure for her or a good influence to her. Like she wants to be elegant like you, look like you, like she wants to be like you. I think she looks up to you. But like she puts one foot forward and then she kind of holds herself there and be like, I'm not gonna overstep. I'm not gonna try and do too much because my mom doesn't do that. You see what I'm saying? Like she's really watching your steps. She's watching you as a person and she's saying, I want to be like my mom. I want to be loyal, trustworthy. I want to look like her. I want to act like her. I want to show her that I'm passionate about what she tells me or what to do and whatever. Yeah. So I get like good energy between. I think your daughter's gonna have some successful things happen for her. If she's like a teenager or like in her, like below 20, I would say that she's gonna have some good things happen to her because of her reputation. Like her reputation will be recognized. So if she's young, she's got a good future ahead of her. But I feel like she's fine. Yeah, she's a teenager. Yeah, so yeah, she's younger than 20. Then yeah, she's gonna do just fine. She will. But there you go. Yeah. Yep. She seems very loyal and trustworthy. Don't worry about it too much. I might. That's easier said than done, right? I'm not saying like not to worry about her, but you can trust her. Like if she says something to you, she's not lying. She can be sometimes, but I'm not. I don't get that. Teenagers can change overnight. I have a 15-year-old nephew. He's very honest and blunt, but he's a pain in the ass. Like sometimes I worry about him, like if he's really, you know, gonna do what he says and says what he does. But sometimes I gotta like, yeah. He changes overnight. One day he's hugging me and telling me he loves me. Next day he's telling me shut up and oh you do this and you do that and you're in, the next thing you know I want to beat the shit out of him. And the next day he's like act like nothing ever happened. So, but I would say that you can definitely trust that your daughter's doing the right thing. So that's good. That's good news. Because a lot of young ladies need a lot of guidance, and if their mother is showing them the right way, then that's a blessing. So I guess that's why your grandfather came through because if he had daughters, he's probably this is why the reading is the way it is. So if your grandfather had daughters, right? And then he was probably very protective of them, or he like wants to see them and say, I'm so glad you guys came out the way you did. So that's probably why he showed up. I see you're his granddaughter, and then he has a great granddaughter. So that's why both of you came up in the reading because he's probably very protective. That's why he showed up with like a cane, as if to say, "Yeah, I'm here to protect my granddaughter and my great granddaughter. You fucking think you're reading over here." So he seems very like I wouldn't say strict, maybe strict, but maybe he was strict with his daughters. But he seems like a serious type of guy, but also he seems like he can be very protective. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. He's sitting on that chair with his cane and he's yeah, I dare somebody come in here. He has that look where it's like, yep, you don't know what I'm gonna do. You better watch out. But he seems cool. He's not like doesn't have any bad intentions. He doesn't even laugh or smile at me. He just like I'm just talking about him. He just looking at me. He's just like, yeah, whatever. He's not saying anything, but I can tell by the way he looks that he's very protective, very very protective. Like he's like, yeah, don't lie. Tell her everything you see in them cards, or else I'm gonna take this cane and throw it at your ass. Yeah, he seems cool. Yo. He seems cool. I don't get no bad vibes from him. I don't know if like he drove like a bus or he drove like a taxi or something like that, or he did at one point. I don't know if he was like a driver. Like I get that vibe off of him, like he drove or something like that. Yeah, he drove a lot. Yeah, I get driving. So I'm getting like vehicles around him. Yeah, he was a driver. See, yeah, that's him then. Yep. Like I'm getting like kind of goosebumps on the side of my face. Like he's like he don't talk, but he's showing me things. He's showing me like he drove different things. He drove all sorts of vehicles. Like he takes people everywhere. Yeah, that's him, man. That's cool. I never seen this guy before. Every time I ref here, I never seen a guy like this. Yeah, yeah, he's cool though. He's got good energy, man. He's like I don't get nothing bad. Like he's that like he may look serious right now. I wish I can. I wish I can like snap screenshot it and show you like. But like he's so calm. He's cool. Like he's just like I tell everybody, they don't spirit doesn't have to speak to me. They show me things. They show me images. So he showed me like in a car, and then he showed me like in a van, and then he showed me like he was in a bus. So I'm like, all right, bro, if you want to drive, go ahead. Or if he doesn't really drive those things, he likes to travel in them. You see what I'm saying? So like if he drove those things, then fine. But if he like to travel in a bus or he ran in a bus, like you know how older people they have like a bus pass and they ran in buses and shit like that. So like he like might go in buses right now. Like he might as a spirit, you can go in the bus, and you do whatever you want, even when you're alive. So like he might like to travel in the bus or like, yeah, he likes to be in a vehicle. He showed me three different vehicles. He showed me a regular sedan car, he showed me a van, and he showed me a bus. So he either drove all three of those things or he traveled in those things. You know, I get like a gray vehicle, like a gray or silver vehicle. He showed me that he liked a lot. He either traveled in that gray vehicle or he liked that gray vehicle that he had. I don't know. I could just see like a gray vehicle or silver. Like I can't really see it. I don't know if it's a Toyota or a fucking, you know, BMW or something. I can just see like the color. It looks gray, silverish type of gray, whatever it is. Yeah. One of them was, or he traveled in that. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's cool though. I like seeing things like that. I like seeing what they show me. You know, it makes me feel really good when they tell me things like that are true. It makes me verify that he is real. You know, I just finished talking about this earlier in the live. I said like when I read cards, I like to see the people. Like if I have a tarot deck that has the King of Pentacles as a frog or an animal, I don't like that. I'm not gonna buy that deck. I'm not gonna look at that because I need to see people. I dwell on people. So when I first read you, I saw the guy sitting in the chair, and he had a cane, and he had like a hat on, and he's well dressed, and he's got like a lightly beard that's white, and he's like white hair, like he wants to look how he wants to look, you know. Like that not might not necessarily be what he looks like when he died, but he wanted to look that way, or if he does look like that, then that's what he wants to look like. Because some people can transform their image to when they were a certain age because that's how you remember them. See what I'm saying? And then he can transform their image to what they want to look like now. So it's difficult sometimes if you don't have all the information. That's good, Santina. I like reading for you because spirit comes through. Spirit comes through for you like every single time, I swear. I don't think I've ever read for you where a spirit didn't come through, but it's usually your aunt, but now it's like, now it's this person, it's your grandfather. That's cool though, just to let you know that you have so much spirit around you that it's nice to know that, you and a few other people, have spirit come through all the time. And some people don't have no spirit come through. They'll just, come through with the cards and the answers. But it's really cool, like when they come through like that, because it makes me happy to like know that it's true, it's real. Some people think it's bullshit, but it's not. It's definitely not bullshit. I can see a lot of people can see spirit like me. Tons of people can do it. Some people don't want to see it because they're like, yeah, this is bullshit. I can't see this. Like, this is not right. But see, a lot of people say in the Bible that you can't see that shit. So you believe everything that someone wrote in a book that Jesus did it? Jesus didn't write that book. God didn't write that book. People wrote it. So they can write whatever they want. So I don't believe that, you know, it's bad to see spirits or you can see spirits. That's bullshit because you're worshiping God as a spirit. He's the Holy Spirit, you dumbasses. See, people are so clueless, you know? People are clueless. Like mediums are people like me that can see spirit and talk to him and stuff and analyze things like that. It's just a gift God gave me because he knows I can handle it. He's not going to give it to somebody that can't handle it. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Fucking right. Because if you worship God, God's a spirit right now. So is Jesus and Mary and everybody else. So is your parent, your godparents, your grandparents, your kids, your dogs, your cats. They all become spirits. Even we are gonna become spirits. You know what I'm saying? People gotta understand that this shit's real, but you have to go to the right person. Not everybody's gonna see those things. You and I have the connection because there's a trust barrier there. See, spirit trusts me with you, you know? And I have a lot of connections with people and their spirits and stuff. I see spirit. I don't even need cards. Some people. Some people I just throw away the cards on the side. I'm like, yeah, spirit's talking my ass off. I don't need these fucking cards. But some people I need the cards because spirit don't want to come through like that. But like, in this case, he showed me everything. I didn't even have to ask him. But he's not talking to me. See, I can't hear him. And I can see him, but then he puts up like a picture and says, "Look at me in my car. Look at me in this car. Look at me in these vehicles." Like I drove. I like to drive. I like to go in vehicles. I'm like, all right, okay, bro, no problem. But he's not telling me, hey, tell Santina to pick up that pen off the ground, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he's gonna like show me what he did, so he can confirm the truth to you. Like to say, look, this is who he is. Yeah, it's a blessing. I love this part of my mediumship. When they communicate and it's real, then I'm happy. Like sometimes they say things that are bullshit. People are like, no, that's not it, or yes, that is, or oh my god. So when it's not working, I'm like, yep, time to disconnect. This person's full of shit. Sometimes I could be saying what that spirit's saying is right, but the person don't want to admit it. Or the person was like, "Oh, I'm not like that. Oh, that's not me. Or I'm not doing that." They're not going to admit something that spirit's saying sometimes. So you never really know until like people are really being honest about it. So that's nice. I'm glad, Santina, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk to your grandfather. That's just another person that you have in spirit. That's why you ain't got nothing to worry about. You got all these spirits around you, and they're all like family. and they're all ready to like serve you. So that's nice. That's a blessing to have around you. Before I actually did readings, I used to get mediumship readings a lot. I really didn't get tarot readings and shit because I don't really care about tarot readings. I like mediumship stuff and astrology and things like that. Like I want something different. I already know cards and stuff like that. So like I like to like listen to like who's what in a mediumship reading who's around, you know. I wonder what which one of my relatives are around because sometimes my relatives won't come to me and say, "Hey, Mark, I'm here," or "Hey, look at me, I'm behind you," or "Hey, look, I'm here, I'm gonna help you." It doesn't work like that way for me. So I ask a medium that I trust to "Hey, who's around me? Who do you see around me?" And some people be like, "Oh, I see a woman. This and oh yeah, that's my grandma. That's my auntie or whatever." But every medium that I talk to, they always say, "Oh, I see a 6 foot tall guy, skinny guy. You know, he's got like farmer's boots on. He's got a Kango hat. You know, he looks this way, that way." I'm like, "Oh, that's my uncle. He's always around me 24/7. He died like back in 2001, and he's always around me 24/7. Hey, Kitty, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? Yeah, I have to go to like my medium that I trust. I have a few mediums that I deal with, um, and we exchange readings or whatever. But the woman I learned a lot of tarot from, I've known her for a long time, and we're still good friends till today. And we swap readings, and um, I see her mom all the time, and her mom always, you know, gives me messages for her and says, "Look, tell my daughter this, tell my daughter." I'm like, "Okay, okay, I'll tell her." And she's like very persistent because she wants her daughter to know that, hey, you're doing great. Don't think that I'm not here. I'm not looking. I'm not checking. I'm not helping. So like she has to be reassured all the time, that her mom is there because she feels like sometimes she's not doing the right thing because her mom doesn't like her to drink and smoke, but she doesn't drink to get drunk and she doesn't smoke like a chimney and kill herself. She's a casual person. Like she casually smokes and drinks, but it's still not good for her, right? So like she quit, like, and I didn't even know she quit, but she tried to quit, like, and she did quit drinking. And her mom said to me, "Tell her I'm so proud of her for doing what she did." And I was like, "I don't know why she's telling me this, but whatever you did, she's proud of." She goes, "I stopped drinking and it's been like 3 months." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, you didn't tell me that." She goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of keeping it to myself. Like you said, don't say nothing, just do what, do it." So I was like, "Look at that shit." Like, that's and she cried her ass off and was like, "I can't believe my mom knows." Like, it's like I told you already, like, spirit knows every fucking thing. They know they're there. They're watching, you know? And I'm like, "I told you." You know? Yeah. Yeah, I did it a couple months ago, yeah. And I'm proud of her. Like she quit drinking and she's trying to quit smoking, but she says she'll quit one thing at a time. But her parents were actually her dad actually kicked in and said, "I'm happy for her, but she has to stop, smoking too." And she couldn't believe it. She was like, "You always get messages from my mom. You're the only person that my mom talks to." And I'm like, "That's because she knows we're tight. We've been friends for 15 years. Like, of course she's gonna trust me." But that's the thing, like spirit don't really are not gonna like make you, know something unless they trust the person giving the message. So it's difficult sometimes to get something from somebody because sometimes they don't want to even say anything. You're doing good. Good to hear. Yeah, but I like mediumship readings from people like that are my friends that give me readings. It's nice to hear like who's around or things like that. Like there's that guy, right? That he's got like his own show. He's like the cab guy. Like he picks people up and he does like mediumship readings in his car. I forget his name. Um, but anyway, like he's like he's in the car and he takes people's places. And like he's like, "Oh, you have a grandma," and he's like, and the people are like, "What the fuck?" And he's got like people in the backseat crying and shit, like saying like, "This can't be real." It's funny, but that's just how some. He's like, he's a top notch medium. Like I don't know if that shit's all true, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is true because people. That's how it works. Like people will just come in your energy and you just read it. Spirit will come to him because they know he's trustworthy. I saw that show not too long ago. That shit was making me laugh. I was like, I'd love to go in this guy's cab one day so he can tell me shit, and I can tell him shit too. I'll swap with him because no one really read him either. Like no one, he never like picks up a medium and like someone tell him about his shit. I think that would be pretty cool if that ever happened. I don't know if there's an episode like that, but there's a few good mediums around, but some I think just claim to be mediums, but they're really not. But it's hard. Like it's hard to find somebody to trust to tell you the right messages and the right things. But it's there's people out there that do it too. But I believe it's more of the connection you have with somebody. If you got somebody that comes to you regularly, then like spirit will trust you more to read the person that they're dealing with. So it'll become more natural. Like how it is with you and I, Santina, the same thing. Every time I read you, spirit comes through. But not everybody's gonna be that way. Because not everybody's really open to that either. Some people get freaked out. But the thing, what I find sometimes is sometimes the spirit that comes through is someone you've never seen in your life. So how are you supposed to know who it is, right? Because a lot of people never saw their grandfathers. A lot of people never saw their grandmothers. A lot of people never even saw their own parents or siblings or whatever. So, if you don't know what that person looks like, then sometimes it's difficult for the message to get across unless I start reading your life through that spirit. If you guys hear this damn dog snoring, she's snoring. She's right here. See, she wanted to be on YouTube today. Sierra, she's literally snoring. You can probably hear her. Now she's got her eyes open. She must know I'm talking about her. Yes, you snoring. Yeah, yes. No. I think her eyes are just open and just to open. Yeah, she's got a beautiful coat. She's a brindle boxer. I keep her clean. She loves her blanket. She's got a nice bed in the back here, a nice cozy bed that we got her like 3 months ago. But she loves that blanket. I just cleaned the blanket today and cleaned my whole apartment. So, you know, the only downfall about having her inside is her hair goes everywhere. But she's cool. Sleepy. Yeah, you. Everybody sees you. Everybody hears you snoring. I'm trying to do readings over here, yeah? Keep it down. I'm hired. Yeah, that's what I did all day today. I got up this morning. I took her blanket outside, the bed. I brushed it all off. And I used the Swifter, the heavy duty Swifters that they have for like dog hair. I swifted my whole apartment. I have tile. See, I have tile all here, all up the steps, right up until my bedroom. There's tile, and I have carpet in my bedroom, but then I have tile in the bathroom. So it's like tile, more tile than anything. So I have to like swifter everything, and then I mopped everything. I bought a brand new mop today. so I can, you need a fresh mop, some pine sol. So, I'm smelling fresh around here today. So, yeah, I cleaned up all day today. That's what I did all day. Saturday is like my cleaning day. Wash clothes, clean my apartment, clean my bathroom, take all this stuff outside, let it air out. Same shit, different day. But it's so nice when everything's clean. Oh, it's chilly there? Yeah, I wish. It's humid as heck here. It's very humid. It was hot as frick today too. I can't remember how. Let me check the weather thing. Right now it's 81 degrees and 86 humidity. Right now, 81 degrees and 86 humidity. And the high today was 86. So it hasn't changed much. It's still hot as f- here. 55, I wish. It doesn't get 55 here unless like January and February are our coldest months, which is everywhere else too. But it barely goes in the 50s here, barely. We'll be lucky if it goes in the 50s. Yeah, it rained here in the morning for like maybe 2 hours here and there, just a light rain. And then after that, the sun came out and it was history. Hot as hell. But that's cool. I'll take the heat. I'll take the humidity over a lot. We had a lot of rain this year. We had the most rain. We had a record amount of rain this year, but it hasn't rained a lot in about a month. Yeah, the storm's running up. Tropical storm Ophelia, or whatever the heck that name is. I think it's Ophelia. Then there's another tropical storm, Felipe, that's gonna go towards the Caribbean, and then Bermuda's like right here, and then it curves like that and goes up. So it's gonna miss us, thank God. All the models say it goes away from us because there's like a front coming from that storm that's on the east coast. It's gonna come out of the east and go over Bermuda, but it's not gonna be a storm anymore. It's just gonna be like rain and stuff, and it's gonna push that other tropical storm away from us. So I'm like, thank God. Please, no more. We had three in a row already. We had three hurricanes in a row come by us, very close. And the last one, like, destroyed all the trees, knocked out the power to 11,000 people didn't have power here. And we kept our power, thank God. Our power stayed on. All I had here was nothing but tree damage. Like all our trees are naked, negative. They're naked. All the leaves are gone. All you see is the twigs and the branches. And every day I gotta go rake up all the dead leaves all over the pool and all around the pool, all over the yard. It's just a pain in the ass. Like every single day, there's dead leaves everywhere, all over the yard. Such a pain in the ass. And it's all on my porch. Like it was pretty windy here today. It's like not that windy, but windy enough to blow off the old leaves and drag them everywhere. So the trees went from beautiful green to brown in just one day from that damn hurricane. Beat the shit out of all the trees. Like when you come up my estate road, that's all you see is brown. And the trees have been the really the trees recuperated from last year because last year we had a hurricane that brought 90-mile-an-hour winds and we lost electricity for like 4 days. And it was bad. Like all the trees got fucked up and then they all came back. And then now they got messed up again. And I'm like, damn it, man. And like the reason why I'm talking about the trees, because I have like between me and my neighbor, we have like about 100 feet of trees that give us privacy from, so we don't see each other. And all the trees are completely demolished, like they're all naked, and now we can like kind of see each other. Not 100%, but we can like see. So it sucks because it took like a whole year for it to like come back, and now we have to wait another year till next year, and hopefully we don't have another hurricane to destroy it again. But it's so nice when the trees are full, green, and like it gives you privacy. But unfortunately, we have to deal with hurricanes every year. They're either going to come directly to us or they're going to pass by and do some type of damage. But you can't stop Mother Nature. That's just the way it is. I wish like I can wrap them all up in a box and then like, or protect them from getting beat up. And then when it's gone, I'll just like take the box off and be like, okay, cool. Trees are fine. I honestly wish that like I can like build a big ass plywood wall and put it over the trees until the storm's gone. And then when it's gone, I'll just take the box off and the trees will be green and still be fine. But that takes a lot of money and time that I don't have. So I won't be doing it. I just have to wait till they come back. I'd say around March, April, it'll be all back green and all full. So it'll be fine. But it sucks. All right. I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm going to head out. It's almost midnight here. I need to get up early tomorrow because we're having a birthday party for my dad. He goes 80 today. So tomorrow we're having a party for him and I got to get up early and prepare everything before lunch. So I'm going to go get some sleep. It was good seeing everybody. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Sunday and your Saturday night. And I should be here tomorrow night around this time. I should be here, hang out with you guys. So, yeah, have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.